Basically, this whole mess started about 7 months ago in Denver.
Terry Don West, Bro's young phenom versus Sammy Andrews Bodacious. It was over in a matter of seconds. Next, it was one of those incredible matchups. Terry Don West, Bodacious, Houston, Texas. 5 long seconds later, Bodacious had the win. Terry Don lay in the arena with a punctured lung and 2 broken ribs. 2 months later, Denver, Colorado. Terry Don returned to the arena. He started off by drawing Evil Saul, a good match. But for TDW, his toughest challenge was the thought that he might draw Bodacious in the finals. His luck changed. He drew Achy Breaky and topped the night off with a Bro season high of 95 points to take Denver. Hang on, everybody. It's bull riding crunch time from Casper, Wyoming. Now, on Prime across the world, it's the Wrangler Jeans Bull Riders Only Series. Brought to you by Roper Apparel, the greatest looking shirts you'll ever wear, and by Original Coors. Howdy, everybody. I'm Bob Tallman, and welcome to Casper, Wyoming. The story I'm trying to tell you is Terry Don West. Well, maybe the boy can't walk on water, but I know he knows where the rocks are. Gary Leffew knows where the rocks are, too. He's the guru, the master, the world champion. And if anybody knows what it's like to beat Terry Don West inside, you'd have an idea. Tonight, we're looking at the $100,000 mark, and we're only a third of the way into the season for $250,000. Is this guy made like the way I think he is? Can these bulls buck him off? What happened to Wes Sear? What's happening to Bull Riders Only? It's awesome.
Well, at Bull Riders Only, unlike a regular rodeo, the luck of the draw is almost taken out of it. These bulls, once you move into that final round, are the rankest bulls available. And there's about 5% of the guys in all of rodeo that can consistently ride this type of bulls. Terry Don West happens to be, in my opinion, the top of the list of that 5%, and it's like taking candy from a baby when you get to that type of competition. He is incredible.
Well, the man's incredible, but last week in Denver in front of 17,000 people, J.W. Hart did not come out as good as he would have liked to. We threw him down and broke him in half. They broke his neck. The next morning, within 24 hours, they'd taken a bone out of his hip and had put it in his neck. Sports medicine at its best. They say that the young man will ride in 10 weeks. Bless him, and I hope that he does. Let's go to the Original Coors scoreboard right now and take a look at the top 5. This is the way it's coming down. Wes Sear, the Canadian champion, is $20,000 to the good with 2 $10,000 wins. Then Terry Don West next in line. We're talking about ADRIANO, MORAES, Clint Bronger, Jim Sharp. These are the big guys. Remember, this is the $100,000 night. Welcome to Casper. Welcome to Wyoming. And we'll be back to ride some bulls for Bull Riders Only right after this. Welcome back, everybody. This is Bob Tallman along with Gary Leffew in the Event Center in Casper, Wyoming, and a record crowd here tonight. It's a beautiful Saturday in Wyoming. I want you to meet the men that'll make it happen with the pencils and the marks. Ronnie Howard, Tom Peterson. They are our judges tonight. When you talk about rodeo mania, somebody's got to be a maniac. Left to the right, Rick Chapman and Hollywood Don Yates. No 2 finer bullfighters in the world, and you are going to enjoy what they do as athletes here tonight. Let's talk about Sam's Town highlight. Troy Dunn, the Australian, is the first out with a 76-point ride, followed by Armando Rodriguez, Jack Blackman, and David Lance. Gary Leffew, this is an odd pin of bulls tonight.
You bet it is, and you got to bear in mind, as we move into the second and third round, the bulls get tougher. So any of these riders that have any kind of flaws in their riding style, it's going to show up as you move up the line.
Now, when you say flaws, you're talking about a bull with a bad move that a guy ain't ready for. Watch this kid right here. This is Dax Lockey from Bernie, Texas.
Okay, Dax is making a nice ride for this bull spinning into his hand, but as the bull reverses it, he did not stand up on his legs, did not get any daylight, and that's why his butt slid out of there, and he just barely made it.
Well, somebody's got to put their butt in the right spot for the highest score, and it is an 80. David Lance is the man in a fancy new Roper shirt. He rides to make it all work. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the way it is. Not everybody had the best luck. We're going to start it off. The Steverson family is going to find their young man coming home with a sore jaw. Skip Ross, our trauma surgeon from Cheyenne and local doctor with Bull Riders Only, is going to have his first victim right here. Then comes along Adam Carrillo. Somebody's got to get to the toilet, but this is not the way you want to do it. He took a pop in the head as well. And down goes Hollywood. Chapman makes the save.
Let's talk about the original Coors scoreboard. The qualifiers with Mark Cain from Atoka, Oklahoma. Wes Sear, the Canadian champion, $20,000 to the good at Bull Riders only. Jerome Davis, Daryl Mills, a Canadian champion, and ADRIANO MORAES. Ted NUCE, the world champion from California. Richard Rule, the hotshot and last year's winner from Colorado right here at Casper. Jim Sharp, the many-time world champion. Brent Thurman from Austin, Texas. And the hottest of all, the man that walks on water, Terry Don West from Henrietta, Oklahoma. Ladies and gentlemen, that's just a little taste of it. Now, who qualified out of this round? Jeff Cathcart. Wyoming came alive to help their hometown. We're talking about a Canadian and an Australian. Troy Dunn in one. Dax Lackey from Texas. David Lance made the 80-point ride, so that's going to hold him in there. Montana's Marty Penrod is hot tonight. Armando Rodriguez, Irvin Williams of Tulsa, Oklahoma. And we're going to go back to Dillon, Montana for Shannon Wortman. Let's take a look now at what it takes to save the lives. The Bumblebee is Rick Chapman. Shaw Sullivan's got him cornered.
Bob, I'm with Rick Chapman here, bullfighter extraordinaire. Rick, you were fighting bulls last week in Denver. It got ugly for a little while. You had your work cut out for you.
Geez, I tell you what, Shaw, you know, it seemed like when the flow starts going that way, when the bull riders start getting hung up, it starts progressing and starts on a kind of a snowball effect. And there was 2 or 3 there that were pretty quick back to back. The worst one, as we know, the boy ended up breaking his neck.
J.W. Hart, tell me, I mean, he was hung up for a little while. You guys were doing everything you could to get in there?
Yeah, what we're trying to do is actually move to that shoulder, one shoulder or the other. The main thing is to move to the shoulder on the off side of the cowboy. I can do him more good by getting to the off side of the bull to where I can reach over the top, actually get the tail of the rope and untie him. The first man always to a hang up will go to the head of the bull and actually straighten the bull out or try to keep the bull straight so he's not turning back on one of us. I had a couple shots to go for the tail. I got it one time, it didn't come loose. The third time that I finally got up there, about that time it did break loose. And you know, I wish I could have these guys to where I could click my fingers and they would immediately unhang. It doesn't happen that way. That's not rodeo. It's not the luck of the draw. But you know, it really depends on whether it's working together with your partner in there and trying to save those bull riders. And we try to cover 360 degrees. It's just not always possible.
Okay, Rick, we'll be back for second round action from the Casper Event Center after these words.
As you're enjoying our prime show tonight, you can enjoy it live this week. I'm talking about Saturday Night Live at Rushmore Plaza, Rapid City, South Dakota, coming up this Saturday night. This is Bob Tallman along with Gary Leffew and all at Bull Riders Only. I hope you'll come join us. We're ready to start right here. ADRIANO MORAES. This time, Evil Saw. This was the second round bull that won all the money for Terry Don West a week ago in Denver.
Oh, good bull. Shouldn't be any problem for ADRIANO as long as he's been riding like he's been riding. This kid is tough. Winner of Phoenix event. Should go to the third round. The bull didn't have quite the day that he did at Denver, though.
Well, it doesn't matter what kind of day that he has, as long as he has some kind of day, and you get him rode in this second round. Just to get in there qualified, 75 points away. We start the second round out. I hope you had a chance to enjoy our first round highlights when we talk about Troy Dunn, Armando Rodriguez, Dax Lackey, David Lance, and the high scores that they had. We're going to do it again. The teddy bear behind the roper sign is about to get himself in a sandstorm. P10 News world champion from Modesto, California, David Bailey's #1, bar 1, sandstorm.
Well, I've seen a lot of wrecks in my days, but that wreck he took at the national finals, and that bull whipped him down and then knocked him completely back over his butt.
It'd have killed any normal 3-man.
It's amazing he's back and riding.
Here's $1 million bull rider from Central California. Teddy Noose has done it all. Get up, stay away from that head in. What a great jump. He made in the middle.
Teddy hadn't lost a step.
No, he hasn't. Now, he is just getting better. And I think that little rank whipping that he took, and you see that he's got the black vest on, the whipping that he took at the national finals in Vegas might have taught him a lesson. When you get to the middle-aged crazy point of your life, a real serious injury, if it's not a fatality, will make you hump up, shape up.
You bet, you bet. I'm glad you mentioned that little flak jacket here. A lot of the bull riders are starting to wear them. If you get stepped on or get horned, they will protect a rib injury or, you know, even getting stepped on, you bounce off.
Makes a lot of difference. Put him in the lead with an 82. For those of you that have been watching the movie 8 Seconds of the Story of the Great Man Lane Frost, it cost him his life because he wasn't protected. If you've seen that movie and you're feeling bad, thank you. Lane Frost did it all, but Ted NUCE at an 82 right there, flak jacket and all, proves that even a world champion knows what it's all about. Here's Jim Sharp. Born and raised in Kermit, Texas. Now makes his home in Stephenville, the world champion. David Bailey brings number 6, Smokin' Joe, to put underneath him. When they say stand up and put this between your cheeks, they mean the cheeks of your bottom. Jim Sharp on a master. This is like a 4-H calf at a Sunday picnic.
You bet. There were 82 points on this bull at Denver last year. A good draw for Jim. Jim's been riding good. Should be in just another day at the office for Jim.
Let's see if it works. Everything in tune. Jim Sharp, the master.
Got that arm around it a little too far, open up them hips.
Now just remember when you're talking about body science, Gary Leffew, the guru and our world champion, talks about body science. That's exactly what happened. He got his elbow higher than his ear. He can't hear that move, but it does open up the pelvic region, and when that happens, it'll gap your body, your butt is gone. Mr. Montana, you talked about him winning the Pendleton Roundup Rodeo in September a year ago. Is he quick enough again in 94 to do it again? Shannon Workman from Dillon, Montana. Number 100, the Ghostbuster from David Bailey.
Got a good primer right here. They were 90 points on him at Tampa last year. Somebody rode him real good last week. This bull, like these points on him. Oh!
He got the hump and the jump, and he wasn't ready for it. You can see it just popped his right leg up and popped him out of there. It's good night to Montana.
Well, Shannon looked a little bit on his butt in that first round, and I was a little worried about him. He's not riding as good as he was.
Gary Leffew, get ready for this. Pink Mountain, British Columbia does not get a lot of credit for anything else, but this twice. The Canadian champion, Daryl Mills, I say is one of the most underrated bull riders in all of North America. He is the reserve champion of the world from 1993 as well.
No doubt about it. Daryl gets up on his legs and ranks bulls as good as anybody in the business. Winning the national finals proved that. He told me he won $185,000 last year riding bulls.
And he did it with so much class and style. There's a shot of the black jacket again. That's the headhunter this time. Headhunter, nice bull from David Bailey, and he made him even look nice.
Oh, man. Notice that front end. We talk about the front end as the bull rider's best friend. Notice the way Daryl moves over that front end, stays up in that control zone. As the front end comes around, it packs you with it.
He's a squatty body little bullet kind of a made guy, and he's very compact, but he's as strong below the belt as he is above the belt, and that has to have some kind of pressure he can put on him.
Oh, the biggest muscle in your body is your leg.
It works. 79 points. That'll put him in there for some money. 82 still in the lead, so he's in the hunt going into the third round. When you talk about the Canadians, watch out this time. Brent Heat's the bull. This is a dandy from Sammy Andrews. This is the man who won 2, our second and third back-to-back bull riders only already this year. Then he slipped off to Canada, won him another $10,000 in a Canadian bull ride. This guy's got better than $35,000 one in bull riding events only. He can ride them.
Well, he's got a bull that's usually in the short round here. This bull is going to test him.
Well, they tested him last week. We 2-jumped him in Denver, 3-jumped him here tonight. I don't believe this. Wesley, your bubble has not popped, son, but you are just not in the right spot at the right time. That's not going to work. Dr. Skip Ross is right there with him. We're going to be back with more of Wrangler's Bull Riders only from Casper, Wyoming in the event center. Don't anybody move. We're going to ride him again. Welcome back, everybody. We're talking about the world champion, Ted NUCE in the lead with an 82. Daryl Mills, a Canadian champion, 79, right on his tail. That's the way it is for the top 3. Brent Thurman of Austin, Texas, is on the bull, onto Wild Toad from Sammy Andrews. Now, this bull will kick your boots right off your feet if he gets a shot at you. And he is a dandy to start this segment with.
You bet he is. In my opinion, this is one of the baddest bulls on the rodeo circuit.
Junkyard dog, if there is one in the pen tonight.
Oh, pull everything but a razor on you. This bull has been ridden one time in his career. Tough Edelman rode him in Wichita last year. one of the great bull rides of the year. If I would have been judging, I'd have marked him well into the 90s. You know, this bull is underrated. The thing about him that makes him hard to ride, he belly rolls. He rolls one end to the other.
And then he'll cow kick it.
And will kick your spurs.
Yep,
One
you
of the
kick your
bulls
feet.
I've ever seen that can kick your spurs off while he's
Like
bucking.
I said, he'll kick your boots off if they didn't have them tied on 8 ways to Sunday, and he's a Sunday punch dude. That Thurman's a master, though. Let's see if he can get any rows. No! First jump, come skip.
What a belly roll.
Dirty, rotten little chunk of hamburger. Somebody ought to put him between a set of sesame seed buns. Brent, I'm sorry. The capital city of Texas, we can't do you any good there tonight. He's history. I mentioned a moment ago, I want you to join us this Saturday night in Rapid City, South Dakota. That's where we're going to be. Then Tacoma, Washington, get ready in the beautiful Northwest. We're coming up there for 2 nights. Get a ticket for each night, watch our show for 2 nights. San Jose, California, we're coming back to the Bay Area. South Bay, what a day it'll be on a Saturday, June 11th. Dodge City, Kansas, not only a great shootout, but bull riders only one of the greatest rodeos in the country. Let's go to Jerome Davis, Archdale, North Carolina, college champion about 3 years ago. This is the bull called Honky Cat from the Bailey Buns.
Should not be any problem for Jerome. Dax on this bull last week. Jerome went, he's having to bear down. That bull bucked in the
Hey, breaking into Casper. What a beautiful day we've had in the city. And Wyoming, thanks for the hospitality, a record crowd from the front row to the top lights here tonight. They're full. We're going to smile on this kid. He's happy about the night, Garrett.
Sometime now, last week this bull didn't have quite this ranking day, but Jerome had to bear down here. This bull, a lot of drop. Jerome is a consummate ranked bull rider. He is one of the, to me, is going to be one of the future superstars.
He's a superstar tonight. They're talking about high 80s for him. We're back in business. Richard ruling, let him out of there. Little Elvis is the bull.
Oh!
No, there's my fencing contractor from Colorado, the reigning champion in Casper. 1993, he won $10,000. No score tonight at the Casper Event Center. That's not the way we wanted that to happen. We're taking a look back at an 89 for Jerome Davis. He moves into the lead position. All right, everybody, I want you to get ready behind this Roper'd sign. This is Dax Lackey. Now, from Bernie, Texas, we watched him a minute ago just get by one in the first round with a 79, and I said just get by, a little loose and cool. This is Itchy Twitchy, and this little chunk of hamburger will torque your taco if he gets a shot at it, I promise you.
You bet. C.L. Johnson was 81 points on him last week. He leaves the chute really fast. You know, you got to be on your toes when he leaves there, but when he comes around, he's not all that bad. If Dax gets tapped,
Oh, sure.
This should be a good bull.
Easy for you to say. Oh, I hate it when you start bragging on how easy it is to make it work. Come on, Dax.
Well, I got a lot of confidence.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah. No!
Man.
Well, there comes the taco twister, and he'll send you to the meat locker with that one hanging by his heels, boys. He's all done.
By far the best day I've seen this bull have. Never have I seen him get spinning this fast. Dax looks in good shape, but as soon as the bull kicks, you got to come up, set your hips, and then move back over. He stayed over.
Oh, sure. You say that so easy.
Oh, yeah. Lost them feet, and, well.
Is that politically correct? By bull riders only it is. Let's take a little look at the tee in Tulsa, not in Texas. Irvin Williams. Here's a many times national finalist in a qualifier, many times in 3 rounds at the bull riders only. This is 69 Hooter from Sammy Andrews.
Well, as you can see, there's about 14 feet of horns coming right back in your face.
You would have to mention that.
And the trick to riding bulls is you've got to move over the front end every jump.
Wait a minute.
Control.
A minute ago, you said you've got to be the master of your ship, and when you set your sail, know how much wind you're going to put in it to see if he's got the master.
You better get some wind.
Chop City.
I don't know what.
Everything looks so good. Let's have another look at that.
I don't know what
He's
these bulls.
got his finger on the right knob. I want to look at it again. He was so tuned in, so tapped. Now.
Oh, he got around the corner good on this bull. He's coming around, tapped, what they call whipping in there. Oh, that's looking beautiful. He's going to be a ton of points if this bull keeps going that direction, but bulls are unpredictable.
Yep,
Sometimes they'll
dropped
come
his
the other
arm,
way.
too.
Got back off that rope.
Yep.
Lost some feet. And
Well, you're talking about whipping it in there. Whipped his cream and sent him home. No more bagels for Irvin. When we talk about TDW, we're talking about Terry Don West. This is probably the richest winning bull rider in North America, and today the most unknown when you talk about professional rodeo. In 1993, he came to Bull Riders Only and won himself $30,000, then $40,000, then $50,000. Started off in 94 with all of us, and he was hurt. We brought him back. You saw what we showed you in our opening ceremony tonight. I said the boy can walk on water. Leffew says he knows where the rocks are. His wife says she likes the new car and the bank account. Ladies and gentlemen, if you broke your ribs 3 months ago, punctured your lung in Houston, show back up in Denver crippled, and ride and win $10,000 last Saturday night. Talking about 7 days and 24 hours a day to try to heal. Now, any football player, basketball or baseball player, even a hockey player, the coaches, his manager, his agent, would make him stay out 6 weeks with no penalty. Look at him here. He's tying it off. Let's go down in there with him for a minute and see if we can hear him. I want to give you a look at what 100% support is all about. That is Mrs. Terry Don West. Come on, PDW.
oh, he's got a pretty impressive.
No.
Yes, did you see
I
that?
see it. I don't believe it.
I wouldn't give you a nickel for it.
I would have given you 1,000 nickels for him. She knows it. He knows it. The Lord knows it. You talk about it. If God was a cowboy to been a bull rider, he'd have been Terry Don. That's what it's all about.
That bull had him bucked
Well,
up.
they're going to mark him the second highest in an 83 behind an 89. That's the way we are. Jerome Davis in the lead.
Look at right here. He's got him into his hand, bucked off, slides his hips back up, in some way gets back in the middle of that bull.
When you're hot, you're hot. When you're not, you're not. Married to a blonde from Oklahoma, Terry Don West, you're a hero. We'll be back with more right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Bob Tallman, and I'm telling you, I want you to be with us in the Northwest where I live. And my dad, Hadley Barrett, will be the in-house announcer. He'll be there with us. He'll be on television as well. So if you want to hear and see my friend Hadley Barrett, call us at 1-800-536-BULL. Tacoma, Washington, Seattle, whatever you're going to do in the Northwest, what a great place. Go up and spend about 4 days. The weather will be beautiful. You can go sailing in the daytime, have all the seafood you want, meet all of our friends in the Northwest. Oh, man. Get out to Salty's and get you some shrimp, get you some, oh, you name it. Oysters on the half shell, they got them, but you better be there 2 nights in a row. 2 nights in a row, Friday and Saturday night. Here is the first ever champion from Atoka, Oklahoma, Bull Riders Only, Mark CAIN, the award-resigned riding bull rider from Oklahoma.
Well, the rep sheet says just a good one here, but looks like a pretty tough bull to me.
Oh, Wendell Hamilton, your boy is flat on his back.
Oh, I thought he'd ride this bull like that.
Gary, this hurt. Now, he looked pretty good the first couple of jumps, and he just flattened out. That's all there is to it. That is a shame. Well, we got one of the greats of the world is gone. When you think about what you have to do, you got to be 90. If you're not 80 in this round, you're nothing. Jerome Davis, Archdale, North Carolina, the lead with an 89. Terry Don West, luckily 83, is in for second. Now, let's talk about David Lance and the Selma Express. Here's the boy that we're worried about his upper body motion. And wasted upper body takes away from the bottom.
You bet. Right bulls from the waist down. We're going to see where this kid can get up on his legs. Corner on a bad slack.
Now, that little bull was flat, had one hot jump straight up. When it did, it looked like it raised him off his rope, no place to recover.
Let him right back. When you get back on that rumble seat, that's where all the power is. I noticed him in the first round. He had a tendency to whip around a lot with his upper body, but when he come around that corner, let's see, you won't get any daylight right here. You see everything sliding behind that rope. That's from sitting down and pulling on your rope.
It's my job to wonder and worry, but what I worry about is, can you overcome this?
Okay, if we could get a stop action right about, see how he slid back off that rope. Now catch another one right, just a second, right here, right there. There's the rumble seat. Kick, get him out.
All right, let's go to Marty Penrod. Here's the Montana kid in Mighty Spotty, little 11. Sammy Andrews is rules either going to win you the money or win your bottom.
Oh, this is a bull you don't want to make a mistake on, but if you do things right, he's going to feel like gold.
Well, he's one of 2 Montana bull riders that are here with us at Casper, Wyoming tonight. The boy rides good. You might call him a rookie if you want to, but he's going to be around for a while. Just no score in his second round. A week ago in Denver on our telecast on Prime, we talked about Jeff Cathcart. Now, he's next to ride. As he's getting ready, we'll let you look at this one more time. Mighty Whitey, Mighty Spotty are half brothers. And the Mighty Whitey bull is awfully ranked, but this little bull can put some whip on. He's kind of like a, what do you call them wiener dogs? Yeah, you put a monkey on a wiener dog, if he gets back away from his rope, it'll go. Jeff Cathcart, the man I started to talk about, I think is probably due for a big win. Now, we said this in Denver. He's from Cheyenne, so we're still in his part of the country. But this is Dancing Wolf of Sammy Andrews. And this little white wonder could get him.
This bull is a half-brother to Bodacious, believe it or not. Doesn't look quite like Bodacious, but he is a half-brother.
I was wondering if you're going to bring this up or not. He said, we got the same daddy, we just have different mamas. He's got stubbed horns and I got up horns. But do you think the bull knows that he's a half-brother to Bodacious?
Well, he's starting to come on. He bucked pretty good with the having fly off last week.
You're avoiding my question. Can he ride him?
I think, yeah. What's your bull like that? This is his type of bull. I think he made it, but he had to work.
Well, Jeff Butchery. The Butcher made it work. Put your hat back on. He's too young to have a bald spot on top like that. He's half my age, and I've still got more hair. Now watch it here. We're trying to project this kid into a $10,000 win to beat Terry Don West, Jerome Davis, and all the rest, and he's trying it. We'll see where they come with the scores at an 84. Hey, we're hot. That'll put him in the number 2 spot. 89, 84, 83, 82 for the top 4 marks. He's in the number 2 spot. Cathcart, stay on there. You get to ride one more in the third and final round. Armando Rodriguez behind the Samstown sign. All you got to do is beat 90. And I guarantee you what, this man was 79 in the first round. Add 11 to it, he could do it. This is Bar O now. With only 6 men qualified, the helicopter bull from Sammy Andrews underneath Senor Rodriguez.
Nice bull, little slender Hereford bull, can spin either way.
Makes me sick when you say things like that. Nice bull.
Now, the thing that we're looking for Armando is he's got to get up off his butt. He has a tendency to want to pull on his rope, pull himself down on the bull's back. That slides him back towards that rumble seat. The same thing we showed you a while ago in that stop action. So when this bull comes around, let's see if Armando got his butt.
Bull just got too easy for him, and I think if he'd have been more aggressive from a bull standpoint, Armando would have been more aggressive in trying to get past the end of the first and second jump.
That's right. Now watch this bull as he comes up. As he comes up here, Armando has a tendency to sit down and move back. As he moves back, he slides his butt sideways. You don't get any post on your legs.
Reminds me of the way Hadley Barrett plays golf. That's the way it is. We're going to be back with more. The Wrangler Bull Riders only in a minute. Don't anybody leave. Welcome back, everybody. We're in the Event Center in Casper, Wyoming. On Prime across the world at the Wrangler Bull Riders Only Series. 1994 has been good for some and great for others. This is a record crowd in Casper, Wyoming tonight. I want to talk about the qualifiers that made it in, and only the qualifiers. Jeff Cathcart and Achy Breaky, the bull that they won the 10,000 on last week in Denver. Jerome Davis and Bodacious, the rankest bull in North America today. Daryl Mills, a Canadian champion in Salty Dog. This one on a fit right in his briefcase. ADRIANO, Gunslinger, 55, the second rankest bull in the world today. Rockin' Sydney will rock you out. NUCE, California Rock and Roll World Champion bull rider got a shot at him. And Terry Don West with Playboy. That ought to be an easy Saturday night for TDW. As we jump back into business, just remember, next Saturday night we'll be in Rapid City, South Dakota. Tacoma, Washington, get ready, we're coming your way. San Jose, California, and all the rest. Here is Jethro, Jerome Davis, Archdale, North Carolina. In the first round, they only rode 40%. In the second round, they rode 33%. This is a Chevrolet Apple Pie All-Star Bull. The all-time great Bodacious.
Well, they started out with the toughest bull in America. They want to get the psychological of the baddest in the world, he's one of the baddest of all time. He has a little bit of a hop skip. He's got a timing factor along with that high jump and that. Look at the kick on that thing.
This bull's got more moves than a chicken full of X-Lax. I guarantee you on any Saturday night, any place in America, he is going to snort somebody to the wind. Look at the power, look at the muscle, look at the roll, look at the jump and the wiggle.
Look how he runs Jerome off that rope and just jams him over his hand. That hurts.
I'll tell you what, any boy's mama that finds out that her son drew this bull, and you know what, I don't think he's mean, Gary. He will do that every time he bucks somebody off. He just kind of hunts you down like a dolphin and goes by you, but he doesn't want to hurt you. That old bull is good. Theodore Teddy Bear NUCE, the world champion from Modesto, California. This is the Miracle Man in 1993 in Las Vegas. We thought we killed him. Rockin' Sydney, Sammy Andrews sends in the little black alligator to go.
Oh, this bull was impressive last week. One jump West there, now he one jumps Ted NUCE.
How does he do that?
What is it about this black son of a gun? When you throw a caliber of Ted NUCE, world champion, NFR champion, one of the greats of all time, when you one jump in, you got some little move about you here.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you're watching the champions of the world get slam dunked, it's a butt busted in Casper on a Saturday night. I want you to remember one thing. With 40% road in the first round, 33 in the second round, we're 2 out of 2 down in the third round. With Jerome Davis and Ted NUCE both bucked off. Just remember, a week ago in Denver, we didn't have any world champions. A half a dozen showed up here tonight in Casper. So it's not who you are and what you've done. The luck of the draw and getting them rode on any Saturday night for $10,000 first place money at Bull Riders Only is the key to success. Terry Don West has psychologically and physically put this together about 6 different times. There's Jim Sharp, one of the living proof that even a world champion is not going to get a road. We're going to come back and try 4 more in a minute. Don't move. To your town, 2 nights. It's a doubleheader, the 13th and the 14th of May. Get a ticket for both nights. Bring the family. Tacoma Dome is the home for Wrangler Bull Riders Only. My good friend Hadley Barron will join us right here on the television screen. 1-800-536-BULL. That's 2855, by the way, if you're writing that number down. Now let's get ready to go. A.K. Brady, here's the $10,000 Denver Bull last week that Terry Don West rode and did so well. He is the Chevrolet Bull of the night. Can it work? Jeffrey Cathcart, Cheyenne, Wyoming. Gary, while we were off and break a minute ago, you made a statement to the fact of how many seconds had been rode on the first 2 bulls.
Well, I think in the first 2 bull rides, they were less than 3 seconds. I think the guys hit the ground before the bulls did.
All right, he's at about a 63% bull ride average, so he's a little bit above half. Last year we had a lot of guys in the 80s and 90s. The bulls have got a year older and a year wiser. Jeff Cathcart, tell you what, Justin McKee has got them on their feet. They're stomping the seats out of Casper tonight. This is Wyoming's chance to be a hero. Can he do it for $10,000 by the Bull Bunch? No.
Too much.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Same thing happened to Terry Don West on this bull last week.
Thank you, Hollywood Todd Yates and the Bumblebee Rick Chapman. What a job tonight. Jeffrey Tipsy's at the hometown fans.
Now, the thing that worried me about this bull ride coming in, Jeffrey has a tendency to sit down. Now, watch his stop action right here as this bull comes up. Come on back up with it in the front end. Come up with the front end, and then we'll show you. Even right here, he's already sitting down. Stop right there.
Yep.
See how he's sitting down, and that slides him back to the flank. That flank hits him in the butt, jams him over the front end.
Let's be ethical here for a minute. How in the world can you correct a mistake made when you've got 1,850 pounds of bull jumping under you? How do you?
Okay, let me tell you something. Right there, right off the first jump, he's leaning too far down. He's back off his rope the first jump. Now, riding bulls is identical to riding jumping horses. When the front end comes up, you go with it. You got to stand up in what's called a post. You got to get daylight, move over the front end. If you miss that post, you're going to get saddle's going to hit you in the butt. And they're going to jam you over the front end.
Okay.
The same thing happens in bull riding.
For 10 years, you've been trying to tell me that. Maybe it's the first time it really made sense in slow motion with stop action. Today, I was listening to Lee Trevino talk about how he hits a golf ball. And the man is an expert in commentary as well as hitting it. Daryl Mills is the same kind of a guy. He can tell you everything that he does. He's not the Trevino, though, but Salty Dog is the bull from the David Bailey Rodeo Company. Daryl Mills, twice the Canadian champion. There's the flak jacket again. Oh, I'm glad to see him wearing those.
Now, here's a guy who can get up on his legs.
He rides it like a little monkey.
Okay.
First ride, 10,000. Yeah. 10,000.
That's my man right there.
Yeah, look at him pull a pistol on that bull. He says, dog, I got you.
Now, if we get some stop action back in this, we'll be able to show you what post is all about.
Okay,
Go
I'll
back
say
there
that.
and couple the jumps out here till we get a side angle of it. Go on out. Now, as this bull comes up in the front end, catch him coming out, Boom, what? Stop. Right there.
Yep.
See how that butt is about a foot off the ground, and then the arch, stand up again.
Yes.
Just like standing up in your stirrups on the saddle.
Do you remember what I said in the first and second rounds about the most underrated bull rider in North America? This is the man, twice the Canadian champion. And if he wins the 10,000 with West Sear winning it twice, that's 3 out of 5 Canadians win first at Bull Riders only so far this year. 90 points is where they put him. 9-0. He's thinking about not the money, but he's reliving that bull ride. One more time, Leffew.
Okay, this is Daryl Mills. You can see why he won $185,000 last year. This guy draws them legs up and gets up on him, gets that daylight underneath. He is a consummate ranked bull rider. That's what it takes to ride ranked bulls. I lined up 5 pictures of the great champions last year on ranked bulls, and every one of them, when they move forward, their butts line right up, the back of their butts line up with their bull rope.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the guru, Gary Leffew, and there is no finer commentary in the world to tell you how to do it right. Kids, if you're watching and you love it, you need to learn from the best. That's Daryl Mills. He's 90 points on Salty Dog, and we're going to come back and do it again. Bob Ensign at my left. Finest television crew in the world for rodeo and bull riders only. What we're looking at here tonight is a record crowd at the Casper Event Center, and I want to take a minute to say something about Ogden, Utah, about Denver, Colorado, where we've just come from. The sellout crowds, for those of you that did not get a ticket at those other venues, you deserve to get a ticket next year, so buy them in advance when they come. These people are having a large time. I guarantee you Rick Chapman in Hollywood have got them in here tonight. Justin McKee, there is the hottest young rodeo announcer in America today, and as one I am proud to say it, this boy is in control. Hollywood Don Yates, Rick Chapman, they own this audience here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to go to Rapid City, South Dakota, Tacoma, Washington. You need to be in these places, and I want you to bring your family to see a lot of kids and moms and dads. Rapid City, Tacoma, San Jose, hang on, California. We're coming back to the West Coast in June. Then we've got a shootout in Dodge City, Kansas, one of the greatest rodeo towns in all of North America, the 25th of June. Get your tickets in advance. If you want to know about anything about bull riders only, it's an easy call. 1-800-536-BULL. 1-800-536-BULL. Take your pocket knife out, carve it on the kitchen table, and call us every morning. We'd love to have you on our phone lines. Number 55. Gunslinger, another Chevrolet Apple Pie All-Star Bull. They say them Chevy trucks are smooth to ride. This ain't no smooth Chevrolet right here. This spotted bull, I said, is the second rankest bull behind Bodacious. What do I know?
Absolutely right. He is the second rankest bull in the world. Some argue that he might be the rankest, but I agree with you. Bodacious is the rankest. This bull was bull in the finals last year, but I still believe he's the second rankest bull in the world.
Okay, this man is 5 out of 6. He's 5 out of 6 and getting on him. Adriano, let's see what he can do.
The Brazilian champion, he's over here this year. He's trying to make his mark. He's trying to make the national finals. This kid can ride bulls.
3 years ago at Fort Worth, he got on one just for fun to show us what he can do, and I promise you, I made a mention then publicly in front of 10,000 people he was going to win a lot of money.
Well, he's got a test for him tonight. This is 2 great champions. The table is set.
Oh, boy.
Let's see what happens.
Let's do it. This is a Super Bowl. They did 90 pounds, 90 points on him. Terry Dolan him off. The Brazilian comes to the ground. Adriano, I'm sorry, my friend. That is not the way we like to see it work.
Okay, if we get a chance to look at this back, let's see what bucked him off.
Well, if you can read lips, you can see that he's not happy about it. And I don't blame him.
He's an intense young man.
Well, he's asking for forgiveness for his madness and meanness. But ladies and gentlemen, you've got to think about this. You got 165 pounds a man against 1,950 pounds of the rankest athlete in the world.
Okay, if we can get a side angle on this coming back here, as this bull comes up, stop right, bull right there.
Woo.
See how far he's sitting down back off this rope?
Got his
That's
left arm
where you're going to catch the kick. That's where you're going to catch the kick. Start her up there. Boom, that kick jams him. Jams him over the front end into his hand and bucks him off right there.
Kind of like driving the Chevrolet truck off a cliff with no place to go but down with him.
Okay, when we get a side view of it, he got around that corner real good. He's in good shape right here. He's in the driver's seat. But as this bull starts to come up, a lot of rare. Stop right there. He didn't get that post action right there. Catch it again up here. See how he's dropping a little farther. See how he's turning loose that post, and the butt hits him right and jams him right in the pockets. And
well, you got to think about it. When your pelvic area with that much drive behind it hits your fist and tighten that rope, it's got to rip your wrist off. And you can only take so much of that jamming so many times before it's going to turn you loose. Rock and roll! Yeah! Let her loose on a Saturday night with the Buffalo Bee. Rick Chapman, Daryl Mills, the only one rode at 90 points. The only one rode at 90 points, but yet to come, TBW. Let's take a look at the little blonde charm right here. Some people carry a rabbit's foot. Ooh, there's a pair of beauties for you. But here's Terry Dawn. That was her, this is him. It's a match made in heaven for a love affair in Oklahoma, in the little town of Henrietta. Jim Shoulders, if you're watching tonight, the great Silver Rooster himself would say, this man is a superstar. He's one of the most modest men I've ever met in my life, most unassuming, and that oaky opportunity he has keeps him so calm. This man never gets nervous. Chevrolet, one more time. Playboy is the bull. Gary, can he ride this bull as easy as I think he should ride?
Well, Playboy is, I think, is tailor-made for Terry Don's style to ride. Most guys don't get along with Playboy very good because he has so much rear and drop. But that is Terry Don's strength. When they rear up there, he stands up on them legs, gets in that post position. This bull, I predict, will fit him.
Now, Terry Don twice has been in a position where he was the only man to ride in the short round. Now, we've got a 90-point ride, and Daryl Mills, the twice Canadian champion, is out in front of him. He has to beat him. He's already over $50,000. You got to beat him fair and square.
Oh, this bull, he can really win this bull. Hey! Oh, man! This is going to be a record.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching one of the greatest rodeo athlete bull riders in the world ever.
I have seen him come and go, but this guy takes the cake.
In 30 years of rodeo, it's a 93. I have never seen anybody so physically blessed with the talent, yet so modest and mild-mannered to be a gentleman. My God, let's look at it 10 times.
Look at the rear on this bull. Look at how you talk about athletic ability for a bull.
Well, the crowd's going wild in the 93. They just proclaimed that he's the winner. Daryl Mills, I'm sure, will say that's all right. He'll take second behind 10. Ladies and gentlemen, he's now won over $60,000. But look at the corrective measure that he makes right here. Twice tonight he did that.
Oh, he's the best. He's the best. No doubt about it.
Ride it with him this time, Gary. Ride this bull jump for jump with him.
Now, if we get a chance, I'll show you one of the things that only the great champions do. You know, if we get that side angle of it as he moves up. Okay, move on up. Keep moving, and I'll try to catch it at that very spot where when they move up into that rear. Now, watch as he moves up here. Stop. Go on, move forward. Come on around the corner here. Come on around the corner. Right here, stop, boom, right there. Now notice the way the back of his butt lines right up with the bull rope.
Yep.
Only the greatest of champions do that, and that's what riding rank bulls is all about.
And he does it every time this man gets out of shape and jumps back into that position.
It's just like when you get in that post position, just like riding jumping horses, anywhere that they go, they're packing you with them.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you watch Terry Don do it again here tonight, this is Casper. This week, we are coming to you in Rapid City. Then we're coming to Tacoma. Bring your families and join us. Stay with us. Stay with us. You're going to meet the man in a minute. We're going to come back with more right after this.
With the rope ride of the night, I'm with Terry Don West. Two-time winner already this season. First guy to win back-to-backs to begin with. 15 Playboy Skull.
Oh yes, rank bull from the David Bailey Rodeo Company. I'd been on him twice before this, and he rode him once, and he threw me second time. So this time he was back for revenge and for the 10,000, and crowd went crazy. They was on their feet. I mean, what more can you ask for?
You gotta love that. Now you've been to 15 events, you've won 6 of them. This has got to be getting easy for you.
No, I mean, it's not easy when you got bulls like this. I mean, they're tough, and I mean, you have to give it 100% because they're just rank bulls.
Well, there's no question you gave it 100%. Some of them moves look like you learned them from yoga or something. $10,000 winner here in Casper, Wyoming, Terry Don West. Just moved into the lead for the career earnings record for bull riders only. Back to the boys in the booth.
Well, Shaw Sullivan, you might as well just go to signing your Saturday night checks. TDW, Terry Don West. That's the way it is. And I bet every little bull rider in the world is going to be Terry Don something for the next 10 years.
No doubt about it. He is he is just phenomenal, and everyone's going to start modeling this guy because he has a style that just rides everybody's ranked bulls.
There is only one way to look at it. The best and the cream come to the top when the competition gets the rankest, and Terry Don West is on a roll. There's no doubt about it. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed it tonight as we have a chance to take a look at it in a $10,000 win again for Henrietta, Oklahoma. It is Terry Don West at $10,900. Daryl Mills, a Canadian champion, is in for $35,000. Jerome Davis from North Carolina at $1,300. And Jeff Cathcart, well, we'll keep a little money close to home at $1,100. Now, what do when we talk about the season? Terry Don, of course, at the top at $22,900. Then at $24,29 is Wes Sear. Adriano, Clint, and Daryl, you're in business. The Wrangler Jeans Bull Riders Only Series has been brought to you in part by Chevy Truck, our official truck that we drive. By Award Design Metal, the official buckle of the Wrangler Jeans Bull Riders Only Series. Shirts provided by Roper Apparel. For Gary Leffew, this is a tired and exhausted Bob Tallman. Remember, we're coming back to Rapid City, South Dakota with more Crunch Time.